Hello everyone. Today's lesson is about past perfect. So let's start with an exercise. Match the sentences in column A with an appropriate one in column B. Number 1. The children had already done their homework. Number 2. My wife didn't watch the film with me. 3. It was my first flight. 4. When Tom arrived. 5. Jimmy had found his mother at work. A. Before he left for his trip. B. I had never traveled by plane before. C. The party had already begun. D. Because she had already seen it. E. When their mother arrived. So you can now stop the video and do this exercise for 2 minutes. Then I will give you the answers. So here we have the answer. Okay, number 1, the children had already done their homework when their mother arrived. 2, my wife didn't watch the film with me because she had already seen it. 3, it was my first flight. I had never traveled by plane before. Number 4, when Tom arrived, the party had already begun. Number 5, Jimmy had found his mother at work before he left for his trip. So let's focus on the first example. سنركز على المثال الأول. The children had already done their homework when their mother arrived. So what do you notice in this example? ماذا تلاحظون? In this sentence we have two verbs. لدينا فعلين. We have had done and we have arrived. As you know, the verb arrived is in simple past because we have ed at the end of the verb. لدينا ed في آخر الفعل arrive. Okay? And the verb had done is past perfect. So we put had plus past participle of the verb, which is to do, the verb do. Here we have the form of past perfect. We have affirmative, negative, and interrogative. Concerning affirmative, we put subject plus had plus past participle. For example, I had revised the lesson before I took the exam. So concerning past participle, we have regular and irregular verb. Irregular verb change, okay? يتغيرون. But regular verb we have ed at the end of the verb. Okay? نضع ed في آخر الفعل. Okay? Negative we put subject plus had plus not plus past participle. Nadia had not done her homework before she came to class. Or we can say hadn't. Had not or hadn't. Interrogative, we put had plus subject plus past participle. For example, had you sold the house before you moved out? So this is in order to ask questions. So let's move to the use. سننتقل إلى الاستعمالات. Use number 1. Completed actions before something in the past. انتهاء حدث قبل حدث آخر أو شيء ما في الماضي. For example, after Ahmed had watched the movie, he went to bed. بعد مشاهدة أحمد للفيلم ذهب إلى السرير. Okay, so had watched. This is past perfect, and he went. It's a simple past. Use number 2. Duration before something in the past. مدة قبل حدث أو شيء ما في الماضي. For example, by the time Alex finished his studies, he had been in London for 8 years. So مدة التي كان فيها Alex في London is the duration, يعني المدة for 8 years. Okay, this is past perfect, had been, and we have finished. This is simple past. Time expressions used with past perfect. We have never, when, already, by the time, just, before, and after. So each expression has its own meaning. كل واحدة لديها معناها الخاص. Okay? For example, my brother had gone to school before I woke up. After I had revised my lessons, I watched a film. I had never seen such a film before. Maryam had just left her home when the car hit her. By the time Ali finished his studies, he had been in Rabat for 8 years. He had already eaten when I got home. So let's move to practice. Okay, choose the past perfect or the past simple. Number 1, we had already eaten when John came home. Number 2, last year Ali passed all his exams. 3, I discovered I had forgotten my passport when I get to the airport. 4, after I do my homework, I played some video games. 5, I opened my handbag to find that I forgot my credit card. 6, when we arrived at the station, the train had already left. 7, we got home to find that someone broke into the house. 8, I opened the fridge to find someone eat all my chocolate. 9, I had known my wife for 3 years when we get married. 10, Julie was very pleased to see that John cleaned the kitchen. So do this exercise, then we will see the answers in the next video.